But who's gonna rescue the rabbit? Aw yeah, it's time for Rescue Rabbit, the coolest, cuddliest, deadliest bunny to hop its way onto the Yu-Gi-Oh scene. I've always liked this little guy, a solid monster with a very impressive legacy. Originally released in Photon Shockwave, the second set of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal era, it brought along with it a whole new wave of monsters. While there were a bunch of other rabbit-themed cards in the set, mostly because it was released during the Year of the Rabbit, our furry little friend much preferred to play with dinosaurs. See, Rescue Rabbit was actually sort of a retrain of the card Rescue Cat, a monster from the Synchro era. Rescue Cat's effect was that you could send it face up from the field to the graveyard to special summon 2 level 3 beast monsters from your deck to the field. The monsters were destroyed during the end phase, but being able to just bring out 2 monsters from the deck was extremely useful in getting synchro plays started. Combined with the fact that you could easily search it out with other cards and its effects were not once per turn, it was pretty busted. So Rescue Rabbit had a few added restrictions in an attempt to balance it. You can't special summon it from the deck, it banishes itself to use its effect, the monsters it summons need to be normal monsters with the same name, and its effect is a hard once per turn. Now of course that wasn't enough. Also released in Photon Shockwave were 2 very powerful Xyz monsters, Evolzar Dolka and Evolzar Logia. These were dragon types that required 2 level 4 dinosaur monsters to summon and had very powerful negation effects. So right off the bat, these 3 cards would make a very good deck, just add some normal dinosaur monsters and you're good to go. This was around the time I really started getting into Yu-Gi-Oh! And it was kinda cool to see it all happening. I never played Dino Rabbit myself because Rescue Rabbit was originally printed as a secret rare, so it wasn't super easy to get. Though I remember at my local card shop that was run by an old man, he happened to pull a Rescue Rabbit and decided to raffle it off over the course of like 2 weeks or so. I didn't win the raffle, but I did end up pulling an ultimate rare Evolzar Logia from a random pack. I don't have it anymore, but it was a cool thing to have. In the coming years, we would eventually get cards like Rescue Hamster and Rescue Ferret, which summon monsters while playing into Pendulums and Links respectively. So in the end, we have 4 rescue animals that support one of the major extra deck types except for Fusion. And now there's even a card to search them out, which has great artwork featuring them all working together to save a little hedgehog. It's so cute, and if we do ever end up getting a Rescue Fusion Searcher type monster, I better be this hedgehog. Rescue Rabbit itself appears in the artwork of a few other cards. In Lucky Punch, we see it facing off against Behemoth, king of all animals. The resulting aftermath is shown in the Big Cattle Drive, where other beast monsters are seen around the defeated king. The artwork of Underdog shows Behemoth all bandaged up after the fight. The card Duck Dummy has a family of ducks hiding behind a cardboard cutout of Rescue Rabbit in order to scare off Behemoth. It all makes a funny little story about this weird rivalry between these 2 monsters, truly showing that Rescue Rabbit has become the new alpha. Though with how big Rescue Rabbit itself became in the world of Yu-Gi-Oh, we ended up seeing it more often, especially in recent years. Because the game of Yu-Gi-Oh has so many monsters, they also have so many choices for mascots. Normally, they just default to Blue Eyes White Dragon or Dark Magician Girl for merchandise, but I feel like they've been getting a little better. Every so often, Konami will release a collection of playmats, sleeves, binders, and deck boxes with a theme around a certain monster type. And even though they're still really capitalizing on the Duel Monsters era of nostalgia, I feel like Rescue Rabbit is one of the perfect little scrunkos to push. A few months ago during New York Comic Con, they announced they would be giving away a handful of Rescue Rabbit plushies and the internet went crazy. Plush toys are something we just don't get a lot of in Yu-Gi-Oh, and while it's understandable for the type of image they typically go for, it's a huge missed opportunity with all of the potential choices. Anyway, these Rescue Rabbits were highly coveted, and it was cool that they made them and had them exclusive for a while, but they really should have made a wide release a little while after, because as much as I want one, I am not paying hundreds of dollars. At that point, you might as well just get a real rabbit. Well, at least we can chill with Rescue Rabbit in Master Duel because it's one of the easy mates to obtain, further contributing to its potential mascot status. He's so cute the way that he moves around, I just love mates in Master Duel. It's really cool to see how a single card can have such a legacy in this franchise. Though I do really hope with this being another year of the rabbit and the popularity of the recent plush toys that Yu-Gi-Oh continues doing more with Rescue Rabbit. Its simple and appealing design, notoriety throughout the trading card game, and meme potential make it one of the perfect monsters to capitalize on. I did end up playing rabbit-based decks in online simulators where the cards didn't cost real money, so I do have some memories of it from there. But most of my memories concerning this card come from my time watching YouTubers as I was starting to really learn about the game. Having taken a look back at one of Yu-Gi-Oh's most iconic modern monsters, I'm excited for whatever the future holds for our furry little friend.